right, guys, welcome back to the Daytona Motor Mouths. I am sports editor Ryan Pritt, and he is Mr. Volusia County, Ken Willis. How's it going today, bud?
Thanks for noticing.
When did you win that pageant anyway? How many years has that
they
been?
retired it in my honor many years ago, yeah. I'll still wear the belt.
We're going to see that. You need to wear that on camera next week. But I will say
out a little bit.
I will say Mr. NASCAR Sprint Cup right now is none other than William Byron, right? This is 2 straight wins. And this is a guy that I think you would, before the season, said needed to make some hay, and he's certainly done that so far this year. How impressed are you with this? How do you think this lasts as we move forward?
He is Mr. Right Place, Right Time right now. He's got the car, and you got to put yourself in position, and he's done that. They've made the right calls when they had to, and he's put himself in the right line. It helped to have a nice push at Phoenix that he got there at the end to get pushed by Kyle Larson. That didn't hurt his chances at all. In fact, that probably was the winning move. He was off last year, especially, like the second half of the year. I mean, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't Hendrick caliber, what you expect. So to come out of the box like this is definitely noteworthy. And the fact that he's seriously dating Ryan Blaney's sister is that doesn't hurt his street cred either, I'll say.
It's a gutsy move there. I stumped you last week with a trivia question on who won the Phoenix race the year before. I'll try this one this week. Byron obviously became the first driver to win multiple races this year on Sunday. Do you know who the first driver to win multiple races last year was?
Chase?
William Byron.
I'll be damned. and then he went on a stinker after that, right? That's when he started.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Yeah, he won his second race and then went 21 straight without another top 5. So obviously looking to avoid that kind of thing. But with Byron, he's shown progression in each of the last 3 years. 14th in points, 10th in points, and then last year 6th in points. So he's made it an additional round in the postseason each of the last 3 years. That leaves one step to go to the championship 4. So how seriously are you taking William Byron right now as a championship 4 threat?
After he's won 2 straight races? While he's still in the number 24 Hendrick car?
Seems pretty easy, right?
Yeah, I kind of like his chances.
By the way, do you know who won the spring Atlanta race last year?
Chase won one of them.
That was the fall race.
William Byron?
William Byron won. It's all coming up Byron, man. The other big thing for Phoenix was the change of the rules package. NASCAR trying to make some ground on this short track stuff. I think the last couple of weeks, these late cautions and restarts have kind of made up for the fact that the races themselves, in my opinion, have been a little lacking. I don't know what you thought watching these, but especially Sunday and especially up front, man, it seems like Byron and Larson are just in a different class, and there might be some good battles for 11th, but you just don't see much passing right now, do you?
If you're listening to MRM, boy, you'd think all hell was breaking loose. You just sounded like a good battle for 11th. That's what you hear a lot on when you listen to the radio broadcast. They're door handle to door handle for 13th place. Yeah, I tell you what, how kind of dull it got yesterday. I spent most of the afternoon. I needed something a little more exciting to watch in an automobile race, so I turned to golf. And it's one of the few times you get the Phoenix race when all of a sudden they're just running in order and they're just churning laps and nothing's really seems to be happening to the casual viewer. And it's one of the few times you can literally turn to a PGA Tour event, and it happens to be the one at Sawgrass at TPC course where they got all that water and an island green, and it truly is more daredevil-like than watching a race. And that's one of the few Sundays you can say that.
And not only that, but a tournament in which a guy was leading by 6 shots. He had
to lap the field.
That was even more.
Like him and Kevin Harvick was leading by damn near 6 seconds at one point. So yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad for Kevin.
This guy held on. Scotty
Yeah.
Scheffler didn't have to decide on 2 tires or 4 on the golf cart because he doesn't have a golf cart, I guess.
Yeah. Wanted to do this real quick with you, just a sentence apiece, kind of scale 1 to 10, how concerned you are about a few of these guys. We're 4 races in now, and obviously a win gets you into the postseason, but it doesn't get you very far in the postseason, right? You got to show some speed, and there's been some guys that are either outside the top 16 or barely in that I'm kind of like, where are they each week? And one of those at the top of my list, Martin Truex is in the playoffs right now, but he's been nowhere to be found when it comes to the top fives, race winning moves. How worried are you about Martin right now?
Well, coming on the heels of last season,
Right.
I would give it a few more weeks, and that's when you really got to start wondering if he's ever going to him and his team are ever going to figure out this next gen car. If he was coming off a typical Truex season from last year, you wouldn't be worried at all right now. But given the fact that they, missed the setup or missed something all last year, and now this, you say, well, we're getting close to being worried about him.
Yeah. How about Eric Almirola?
Didn't he retire?
One, no offense to Eric, but one would wonder. I mean, watching this, you just haven't seen him on TV much so far this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, when a guy retires and then doesn't retire, look what happened to Tom Brady this year. I mean, they went 8-9 for God's sake. So
yeah, been a rough start
in Tampa, by the way, Eric Almirola's hometown. So maybe I'm sensing something.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a top 15 yet in 4 races, so a little worried about Eric there. Austin Dillon.
That's a good question. I think he's going to be okay. I'm not worried about him yet, but I mean, it's not like he's a top 10 fixture. I mean, he sniffs the top 10, he sneaks in there here and there. He's a top 15 fixture, I think. He's going to sneak in a win somewhere along the way, it seems like. So I'm not worried about him simply as you would Truex, because Truex's track record is so much better than just about anybody's out there.
Yeah, finally, and maybe I was a victim of too high of expectations coming in, but Legacy Motor Club hasn't had a top 18 yet. Noah Gregson's still looking for a top 20, and the thing is, the Chevys have been quick, and you've looked at RCR, they've got a win. Hendrick's been obviously dominant. Trackhouse has been in the top 5, pretty much every race. And Eric Jones and Gregson, I know that's a new team, and they've got some new ownership, but they've been nowhere to be found, really, other than a few laps that Jones led via pit strategy on Sunday. So where are you at with this team right now?
You stunned me with that. I did not realize they were off to that bad of a start. Atlanta, you got Atlanta, then a road course. So you're the top 15, top 20 in the finishing order. It's going to get shaken up because Atlanta's become a quote unquote plate race since last year. So that's where you're going to have some guys like Corey LaJoie last year. You're going to have some guys up there like you do at a plate race. Maybe, and then following that is the road course at Austin. So maybe the shakeup in the schedule here and the types of racing we're seeing, maybe that's what they need, something to light a little bit of a fire. I didn't know. That surprises me. Top 18, not even the top. Wow, that's literally the back half of the field.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess it's 40. I'll do some math later. I was thinking of the 36 charters, but back half of the chartered field is what I say.
So we got about 1 minute here for Atlanta, man. Crazy races last year. Probably expect more of the same. Give me a pick and what you're expecting to see there here in about 45 seconds.
Denny Hamlin to win, and the long shot potential surprise, Josh Berry and Chase Elliott's car. He finished 10th this past week, and he finished second there in the Xfinity race last July.
Wow, that's good stuff there. I hadn't thought about him. I'm rolling with Daniel Suarez in this one. Chastain was the guy to beat in both of these races last year, but Suarez sneakily put together a pair of top 6s. And my long shot, man, Corey LaJoie, he was there. Like you said, should have won this race in the fall, finished top 5 in the spring. So this is a good shot for him. And
was
Bubba ain't
good.
bad here either. But I think
Yeah.
this is going to be a great race. This one's going to be fun, and who the hell knows what might happen here, right?
Yeah, I probably won't be turning to golf.
Yeah. Are they playing golf this week? I don't even know.
Absolutely. They play every week till the cows come home.
There you go. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in again, and we will see you next week after an exciting race at Atlanta and after Ken's latest Mr. Volusia County pageant. So, till next time.
Swimsuit edition.
Bye, guys.